Okay, this is lesson 105, rotations and reflections in the coordinate plane. And the way we're going to do this is using matrices, which you may remember we started or introduced you to matrices in the last class that we were in. And so we're going to expand on that learning. We first learned about matrices by adding them and even subtracting them. But now we're going to learn how to multiply them. So let's start here where it says two matrices can only be multiplied if the number of columns in the first matrix, so see right here, there's two columns, is equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. So see how there's two rows? So you can only multiply if the number of columns in the first matches the number of rows in the second. So once again, two columns, two rows, this can be multiplied. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do it. Now, in your homework, when you see that there's no symbol in between the two matrices, that means multiplication. Similarly to when you see like A, B for algebra, that means multiply A and B because there's no plus sign, minus sign, division sign in between the two letters. So similarly, when you see two matrices right next to each other and it says simplify in the directions, then it's assumed that they want you to multiply the matrices. All right, so you're going to have to bear with me because this is quite a process. But the main thing I want you to take away is that you will want to multiply rows, write this down, times columns. Rows times columns is what you'll have to remember. All right, let me try to explain first, and then I'll work it out with you. But for right now, I just want your attention since this can be kind of complicated as far as the process is concerned. All right, so rows times columns. We're going to first take this row and we're going to multiply it times this column, then this column, then this column. Then we're going to take the second row. Same thing. Multiply it times that, then that, then that. Then last, we're going to take the third row and we're going to multiply it times each and every column. Now that sounds confusing at first, but I'm going to do it with you and show you what I mean. Okay. There's going to be a lot to write, but bear with me because I want you to be able to look back at your notes and tell what we did. So for this very first one, I want you to write out every step. But moving forward, once you get a good grasp on it, you won't be writing every step. But for note-taking purposes, please just bear with me. Okay, so we're going to write equals, and you're going to make yourself a pretty big matrix box. Okay, now for the very first number that's going to go in the top left, the way we're going to find that is by, write this down first. Oops, hold on. Okay, so let me show you how I got that. Remember how I said row times column? The 5 times 0 came from these two. Then we're going to add -2 times 4. Because remember, we're doing rows times column. So 5 times 0 added to -2 times 4. That answer is going to go on our top left. All right. So as we're working that, let's go ahead and we'll put our final answer over here. So what is 5 times 0? And what's -2 times 4?
-8.
So 0 plus -8 is... So there's my answer for my top left in the matrix. Okay, now we already did first row times first column. Now it's first row times second column. So 5 times -3 plus -2 times 0. So I think I said 5 times -3 plus negative 2 times 0. What does that come out to be?
Negative 15.
Negative 15. So there's that part of my answer. Last, we're going to do first row, last column. So what do you think I'm going to write over here to my right?
5 times 2, negative 2 times 4.
Yeah, 5 times 2 added to negative 2 times 4. Sorry, I'm running out of space over here on my right.
Wait, for the second one,
Actually, look, I had more room. Hold on 1 second, Thomas.
Okay.
Let me clean this up a little bit. I didn't realize I had more room over here. So we said 5 times 2 added to negative 2 times 4. And that gives me a 10, right? Plus a negative 8, which is 2. All right, Thomas, what did you say?
Where did you get the like negative 3 from in the second one?
Negative 3. Oh, from right here. You see how it's first row times second column? 5 times negative 3 added to negative 2 times 0.
Okay, and then for the second one, it was 2 times 2, negative 2 times. Okay, I see.
You following the pattern?
Yes.
All right, we just completed row 1. Now we're moving on to row 2. Okay, so we'll do it together. We're going to do second row, first column. That's 0 times 0 plus 2 times 4.
So
0 times 0. Are y'all writing this down? I know it's tedious, but do it for this first one for me, please. I won't make you do it again, but just for this first one in case you have to look back at your notes when you're doing your homework tomorrow. I want you to have it laid out so you'll know what we did. All right, so what is 0 times 0 plus 2 times 4? 8, so that goes right there. All right, now, second row, second column. Tell me what to write.
0 times negative 3.
And 2 times 0.
0 times negative 3 added to 2 times 0. Tell me the answer.
0.
0. Yep, I agree. Bless you. All right, tell me what to write for row 2 times column 3.
0 times 2 plus 2 times 4.
And what is the answer to that?
8.
8. Do you think you can try that last set? Row 3 times column 1, column 2, and column 3? Okay. Logan, tell me what row 3, column 1.
3 times 0 plus 1 times 4.
And then what did that give you?
4. I mean 0. So wait, yeah, 4.
4. Thomas, row 3, column 2, please.
I got negative 9.
Okay, but tell me what to write.
I got 3 times negative 3. And then 1 times 0.
And then you said that was negative 9.
Yeah.
All right, Harper.
I got 3 times 2 plus 1 times 4. And it's 10.
Yay, y'all did it. This is our final answer. When you multiply those two matrices, that's your final answer. I ran out of room here, but this should have been closed off. Okay, now, how do we use this to rotate and reflect? Here are the formulas. So these are the reflection formulas right here. You're going to use this one when they say reflect across the x-axis. You're going to use this one when they say reflect across the y-axis. So, look at this example homework problem where it says the vertices of JKL are JKL. Use matrix multiplication, what we just did up here, to reflect the figure across what?
The x-axis.
So look up here. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to multiply this times this. But first, I have to put these in a point matrix. All right? So, let me get my pen back out. We have 1, 0, 0, negative 1 times, do y'all remember how to put these vertices, these coordinates?
Isn't it negative 3 over 4?
Negative
Yeah.
3, 4, like that?
Yeah.
Okay,
And then 2, 4.
2, 1.
good. All right, let's double check. Number of columns equals the number of rows. 2 columns and 2 rows. So yes, this is multiplication worthy. It's able to be multiplied. All right, so now I'm not going to make you do this because y'all know what you're doing. But I do need this, obviously. I need the answer. So remember, rows times column, column, column. Then second row times column, column, column. So give that a try and write your answer here, and then we'll see how you do. Perfect. Okay, so back at you, Logan. Will you please walk me through this row times this column?
I usually know the answer.
Just talk me through what you did and then
Okay, so
tell me
it's
the answer.
1 times negative 3
Uh-huh.
plus 0 times 4. So it's negative 3 plus 0, which is just negative 3.
Love it. Okay, Thomas, what'd you do for row 1, column 2?
I did 1 times 2, and then I did 0 times 4, so the answer's 2.
Okay, Harper, row 1 and column 3, please.
1 times 2 and 0 times 1, which is 2.
Perfect. Back at you, Logan. Second row, first column,
I
please.
did 0 times negative 3, so it'd be 0. And then negative 1 times 4, so it'd just be negative 4.
Thomas? Second
Yeah,
row, second column.
I did 0 times 2, and I did negative 4 times 4, so I got negative 4.
And then Harper, last one. Second row, third column.
0 times 2 and negative 1 times 1, which is negative 1.
Yay. All right, so we got one part of our answer. Now it says to draw the pre-image and the image. Okay, so let's zoom in here. Hold on, it said J is -3, 4. So give me a second. -3, 4 is right there. We're going to label that J. They said K is at 2, 4. So 2, 4, there's my K. And they said L is at 2, 1. So that's right there. Label that L as best you can. Connect those dots to make your triangle. Then I'm going to pick a different color to do my new one. So look over here. Do you see how -3, 4, 2, -4, and 2, -1? Let's plot those. So -3, -4 is right here. Oops, let me get my pen back out. -3, -4 is right there. We're going to call that J prime. 2, -4 is right there. That's K prime. And then 2, -1 is L prime. Once again, connect those as best you can. And notice how it worked. Meaning we did in fact reflect across the x-axis. See? The way it flipped from the red to the blue. So that's proving that we can use these equations, these formulas, if you will, to reflect across the x and y axis using matrices. All right, flip the page. These formulas are for rotations. I want you to notice, so see my highlighter, we have a 90 rotation, a 180, a 270, and a 360-degree rotation. So depending on what the word problem asks you for, that's how you'll determine which of these formulas, matrices, to use. So read this problem down below and perform a multiplication matrix to find the answer. Oh, I didn't even do it.
You didn't do it. That should be right.
I work so easy.
Oh, well then try the last one.
Oh gosh. Can't say it's that easy. It's not that hard.
Was that,
You made it seem like this was gonna be the hardest lesson of the year.
yeah, actually.
I don't think it is.
Oh, good. You don't think it's hard?
I don't think it's too hard.
Yay.
It's just
Oh,
like
but
a
with the
brain teaser.
y-axis. Oh, this
Well,
is so easy.
so you're right. It's not hard as a standalone.
Mhm.
I was going to attach it to those other two. So by then I felt like y'all would be like
No.
fried. Because this was
Yeah.
going to be combined with the frustum lesson. You know, the
Oh, yeah,
volume,
no,
base
I
one.
wouldn't be able to do that.
That's why I was like, I don't think that's smart.
No.
Because I had been trying to do 3 lessons at a time to get y'all done.
Mhm.
But I was like, I also don't want to kill y'all.
Yeah. We have to understand.
Yes. And if it was something you'd never see again, I might be tempted to just get through it.
I know.
But if it's a lesson I know you're going to have to know for your future, not like your career, but like your future math classes or SAT, then it's like, I want to spend more time on it so y'all, when we do review it in the future, it'll come back quicker. But if you
Yeah.
never learned it well to begin with, I don't know that reviewing it.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Dude, it's just me and this last one easy.
It is.
oh, that makes me
It's
happy.
Just finished it.
Let me double check I got my points if I do this all wrong.
Oh, I gotta grab
Alright, this is it.
See?
Do we have to graph it?
Only if it says to.
Oh, corners, we'll have to graph it.
I don't think you're right.
So nothing. That's what you got?
No.
What did you do?
Hold on, I'll double check it.
Let's see.
That'd be -2. It says 0.
Yeah, no, I'm right, yeah.
It's -2. Then it's -4.
Wait, Miss Davis, this is right? This has to be right.
Then it's -3.
Hold
Because
on,
of
I want to see if I got what you
-3,
got.
-1.
3, 3, 1.
Well, I'm white.
1, -5, -4.
2.
Oh, I'm missing some numbers?
There's 4 coordinates.
Oh,
You did what I did on the test.
That'd be
I did the wrong number.
I'm sorry.
No, it is right.
You, what?
It is right. You're not seeing there's no way. You see what you did? So we can do this cancels out. What? I mean, hold on. How is this different? 2, 1, I have that. How'd you get 1, -3? For B, it's.
No, I got for E.
I did them in order.
Oh, so we didn't. Well, here, I'll label all these and we can see. So this is A.
We're still finding answers to the same. It's not.
This is D. No, it matters the order. Well, let's see. Are they at least? Okay, so that's similar. You have a -1, -3. Yeah, you do. You have a -3, -5. Yeah. You have all the numbers.
Yeah.
That's your time.
You did it out of order.
Yeah.
Is this the answer y'all got?
For what, that?
3.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yay. This one was hanging off down below, so I totally missed it because I only originally did these. So,
Silly mistake.
I know, I told y'all, as the year starts to come to a close, Miss Davis makes mistakes too, so y'all have to catch me. I'm human as well. Okay, so y'all said this one was easy?
Yeah, it was so easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did y'all use for your matrix
-1, 0, 0, 1,
-1,
0.
0, 0, 1?
Yeah.
Why did you pick
Yeah.
this one?
Because that's what the sheet
That's
says.
what the thing says.
It's reflection
Says
of
for the Y.
Oh, this right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what did you use? What'd you put here?
2, 1.
Like this?
Yeah, and then
I
1,
did.
-3,
Oh, you did
3,
out of
5,
order.
5, 3, 4, 1. Because we all like this.
We did the same. We did different orders.
Yeah, we did
It's the
different
same
orders.
I just did it
answers.
from A, B, C.
Because I did it from like left, starting with A, and I just did it clockwise.
I did
Oh,
ABC.
you didn't go A, B, C, D.
I did.
No.
That's what I did. A, B, C, D.
I didn't, but
Uh-oh.
it shouldn't matter because like me and Logan, we have the same numbers, they're just in different orders.
Okay, well, give me your order since I wrote down what you wrote.
All right, so I have -2, 1, and then I have -1, 3, -3, 5, -5, 3, and then -4, 1.
Okay, so though your order may not look like Thomas's, these should at least match up, right? So even though it'll be different order, you should have -4 going with 1, -5 going with 3, -3 going with 5, -1 with 3, 2 and 1, -2 and 1, so forth. Okay?
Mhm.
All right.